A long time ago, the beautiful girl's mother was kind and loving, but she became very sick and passed away. The girl's father was sad and lonely, so after some time he married another woman. This woman seemed kind at first, but after the wedding she showed her true nature. She was cruel, jealous, and only cared about her own daughter. The father had to travel often for work, and while he was away, the stepmother treated the beautiful girl like a servant. She made her do all the housework and never showed her love. One cold winter day, the stepmother gave her a thin dress and sent her into the snowy forest. Stepmother said, "Find strawberries, and don't come back without them." Girl said, "But stepmother, it's winter. Snow covers the ground, and strawberries don't grow in this season." Stepmother said, "That's not my problem. If you want to eat tonight, you better find them." Girl said, "Please, can't I do another chore instead? I'll clean, sew, or fetch water. Just don't send me out in the cold." Stepmother said, angrily, "Enough. I don't want excuses. Go now, or don't bother coming back." The poor girl sighed and wrapped her thin shawl around her shoulders. With no choice left, she stepped out into the freezing snow. The stepmother ordered, "Find strawberries. Don't come back without them." The poor girl shivered as she walked through the cold woods. Snow covered everything, and no strawberries could be found. But as she wandered, she saw a small cottage with smoke coming from the chimney. Inside, 3 tiny dwarfs sat by a warm fire. "Please, may I warm myself?" she asked kindly. "Of course," said one dwarf. "But first, will you share your food with us?" The girl smiled and broke her small piece of bread into 3 parts. The dwarfs ate happily. "You are kind," said the second dwarf. "Will you sweep our floor?" "Of course," said the girl. She took the broom and cleaned the little cottage. The dwarfs whispered together and then said, "Because you are so kind, we will give you 3 gifts." The first dwarf said, "Whenever you speak, a gold coin will fall from your mouth." The second dwarf said, "You will grow more and more beautiful every day." The third dwarf said, "You will marry a handsome prince." The girl thanked them and walked home. As she told her stepmother what had happened, gold coins fell from her lips. The stepmother became jealous. She sent her own daughter to the forest to find strawberries, but the girl was rude. Stepmother, smiling slyly, "Listen to me, my dear. That foolish girl returned with gold coins falling from her mouth. If she can get such luck, so can you." Daughter said, "Gold coins? Oh, I want that too. What should I do, mother?" Stepmother said, "Go to the forest and find the little house where the 3 dwarfs live. Be sweet to them, and they will reward you." Daughter said, "But mother, it's so cold outside, and I don't want to walk through the snow." Stepmother said, angrily, "Stop complaining. Do you want to be rich or not?" Daughter said, grumbling, "Ugh, fine, but I won't do any silly chores for them." Stepmother said, "Just pretend to be nice. Now go, and don't come back without a reward." The 3 dwarfs looked up at the girl as she stood in their warm cottage. First dwarf said, "Dear girl, will you share your food with us?" Rude girl, crossing her arms. "Why should I? This is my food, not yours. Get your own." Second dwarf said, "Will you at least sweep the floor for us?" Rude girl, rolling her eyes. "Me? Sweep your dirty floor? No way. I'm not a servant." The dwarfs frowned. "Because you are unkind, we will give you 3 gifts too." The first dwarf said, "Whenever you speak, a toad will jump from your mouth." The second dwarf said, "You will grow uglier every day." The third dwarf said, "You will never find happiness." The girl ran home crying, but toads jumped out of her mouth with every word. stepmother was furious. Meanwhile, the kind girl's fortune grew. A prince heard about her kindness and married her. She became a queen, and they lived happily ever after. But the stepmother and her rude daughter lived in misery forever.
Did you enjoy this magical tale? If you love the story of kindness and consequences, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enchanting stories. Stay tuned for more magical adventures.